And hello, everybody. Welcome to WD Carousel of Podcast. My name is Crystal.
And I'm Ian.
And today we are going to go over the holiday offerings at the park for 2020. This is going to be slightly amended from the previous years, obviously due to COVID-19 still being a thing. They're not able to offer the same holiday festivities and events that they usually do, but they're still trying to bring the holiday magic to you. So we want to go over what is available still at the parks, and you know, if you're there, try and take advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's just dive into Magic Kingdom. Okay, we'll go to the original, the OG, the big park. It's not the big park, but it is the most popular park. And just like previous years, they have the big tree on Main Street. Main Street's all decorated, and they have, you know, holiday lights up. It's a beautiful place, just like you remember Disney.
No castle lights, though.
No dream lights.
No,
that is correct.
Lights, yeah.
They do have something else that's at the bottom of the list that I will get to. But holiday treats, they do have a selection of treat offerings. One is a cupcake that you can find at Main Street Bakery, aka the Starbucks. That one is the one that I've been seeing the most news on because, yeah, it sounds like it's a basic cupcake, but when you cut the cupcake in half, there's actually a Mickey inside with a different cake. And then what you think is a mountain of frosting is actually another like cone cupcake on top of the other cupcake. So you're not getting like a pound of frosting, but you're actually getting like double the cupcake with the appropriate level of frosting, which
so that they've invented like it's like a no wasted frosting space. We're just gonna fill it with more cupcake.
Yes, because they realize that most of the people that are getting this are adults, and we do not need a pound of frosting for one cupcake.
Well, yeah. Absolutely.
Sunshine Tree Terrace, there is an Orange Bird Christmas, which is orange scented white chocolate mousse filled with an orange curd. Aloha Isle, which is the place that you get Dole Whip, has a pistachio chai tea float, and it's exactly that, pistachio soft serve on top of an iced chai tea, and then they have a red velvet cake pop on top. And when people
did you say there's a cake pop on top of it?
Yep, a red velvet cake pop on the side, because you know, green of the pistachio, they need to have red for Christmas.
Sure.
And a lot of people who have tried it and reviewed it originally said that it's odd and weird, but then when it melts together, kind of like a root beer float, they're like, this is the most amazing Christmas drink ever, and they keep going back for it. So I am jealous that we're not down there and I can't have any, because that sounds fabulous.
It does sound very interesting.
But we are not, so therefore we will just dream.
Fair enough.
Pecos Bills has a Let It Snow taco, sugar cookie taco shell filled with salted caramel and spiced chocolate mousse. That one a lot of people had said is a pass. They also have Christmas churros, which are basically churros with sprinkles. A
lot of thought put into that.
Yes.
They were just like, all right, we gotta make some Christmas churros, so we just grab some Christmas themed Christmas themed sprinkles and says, all right, let's head to lunch.
Yep, just like Sleepy Hollow, you know that is the place to get your funnel cake. They have a fa-la-la funnel cake, which is the funnel cake with strawberry topping, whipped cream, and holiday sprinkles. So again, nothing fabulous. Gaston's Tavern has the Belle's Enchanted Christmas Tree, which is a stack of almond macarons with cranberry orange filling to create a Christmas tree. So they looks like there's 3 macarons with layers in between. Pinocchio's Village House has a Yuletide Wishes, which is the Yule log, so chocolate cake filled with chocolate mousse covered in chocolate ganache. Storybook
Is there
Treats.
some chocolate in there?
Yeah, maybe just a touch. Storybook Treats has a mini sundae, Minnie's Merry Cherry Sundae. So
lovely.
Westward Ho Chippendale Churro, gingerbread churro topped with apple pie filling. Auntie Gravity's Galactic Goodies. This is the one that I texted you about. They have Just a Dream Away. It's the first time that Carousel of Progress has had a themed treat, and we are not down there.
Of course. Of course, it happened in 2020.
It is a pretty standard salted caramel milkshake with a silver sugar churro on top, but whatever. Still would want to be down there just to be able to say I had it. Cosmic Rays has a spice up your holiday chicken sandwich with slaw, pickles, sriracha aioli with a Santa Mickey branded brioche bun. There are
what? Hold on. How does the bun brand? Is there like a screen printed image on it? Or?
No, it's like hot iron branded on top.
Got it.
Yeah,
I see.
But it's a Santa Mickey, so therefore it's super happy. And then Main Street Cart has a couple more churros, sugar and spice churros. Okay. Then that's pretty much it for that park. Character cavalcades, they have updated the character cavalcades, which is the replacement for parades, and they have also a character cavalcade that is Santa. So you're able to see Santa and the reindeer, which is importante, as well as most of the characters have their little like Christmas scarves on or their Christmas outfits, which, whatever, cute, fine. Character spots, you're going to see train station on Main Street has a bunch of characters hanging out up there. That's also where the Dapper Dans sing. Country Bear building has a variety of characters, as well as Pinocchio's village house.
Yes.
The Jungle Cruise has been updated for the holidays into the Jingle Cruise again. So if that is a standard for you to be able to have your giggling around bad dad jokes around Christmas, that's the place to do it.
It's the way to do it.
And then the final thing that we have going on is the castle projections. So instead of having a Christmas show like they've had in years past, or the dream lights, as you had brought up before, they have 4 different Christmassy themed projections that they're putting onto the castle, and it rotates every 15 minutes. And most recently, and this just started this week as of recording, every time they rotate to a new one, there's like a little poof of fireworks, like a very tiny itty bitty fireworks projection, whether it be off of the castle like they do for the Friendship Fair, or it might be like 4 little bursts from the side, but just one and then it's done.
Little something. That's cute.
And then if you hang around till the park closed and you're being walked off property, which happens, just like the parks used to have, there is a special goodnight kiss. So it is a different type of projection just to say goodbye. So super sweet.
Cute.
Moving over to Hollywood Studios, decorations. Honestly, this is my favorite park for decorations. I don't know why.
They do a good job. Yeah.
But
it kind of has that, like you said, it's kind of got that 40s, 50s kind of vibe, already. So throwing the holiday decorations into that kind of world evokes a very kind of nostalgic feel, is what it's all about.
And Gertie with a Santa hat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because
it's just
that means something to most people.
Yeah. If you listen to this podcast, it probably does.
Okay, so the holiday treats list for Hollywood Studios. I'm just going to go over it. They only have 4 listed, but I heard that there's a 5th and they don't have it on here. So secret treat if you're in the parks. But there's a frozen salted caramel hot chocolate, salted caramel hot chocolate topped with marshmallows, green sugar, and chocolate drizzle. I've heard that's a pass. Mickey's holiday cookie, vanilla butter cookie enrobed with white chocolate and sugar snowflake. Again, it's just a sugar cookie or a butter cookie. The holiday whoopie pie, red velvet whoopie pie filled with classic cream cheese filling. I heard that one's actually really good.
Good to know.
And then there's Olaf's Snow Flurry, which is a yellow cupcake with vanilla buttercream and Snow Flurry sugar and an Olaf glow. And
can we talk
Olaf
about the fact?
What?
Olaf glow.
It's like one of those glowing fake ice cubes, but this time they shoved it on top of a cupcake. Got it.
Every time that either of us talk about Olaf, we'd like slip into a really thick Minnesota accent. Have you ever noticed that?
No,
Olaf, sorry. Whatever, you said it and it just like went so Minnesotan. It was amazing.
I mean, that's where we are. It's where we're from. It makes sense.
Right. And Olaf, like that's like a real, it'll trigger a reaction with our
I mean, they are from the Northern European countries, which is where a lot of our heritage comes from.
This is true.
Here,
Very true. Yes. Character cavalcades. We talked about that already? No. And so we've got. Is it just kind of our usual Fab Five?
Well, they have the Fab Five. They have a Pixar cavalcade.
Got it. Okay.
I think there's a Star Wars one. I'd be shocked if there wasn't. And then there's Santa on a convertible too.
Love it. Is that selling convertibles?
Yeah. All of them have convertibles. So instead of parade floats like they do in Magic Kingdom, they're all on convertibles in this one.
Nice.
And then we've talked about before that Galaxy's Edge has some sort of character interactions, but they're like up on the higher levels or like around the Millennium Falcon where you won't be, you're responsibly socially distanced.
Right.
But there's not a lot of there's like no other characters that I've seen for interactions.
And also, there's the Christmas overlay in Galaxy's Edge, right?
No, not in Galaxy's Edge. They're not going to bring up that Star Wars holiday special or Christmas special.
But I sure wish they would.
Doesn't exist. But they're still doing the projections on the Tower of Terror, which shocked me. There was a rumor that they were going to bring it back, and it was just yesterday that I finally saw video proof that they had brought back Jingle Bam projections.
I remember we talked about Jingle Bam last time.
But I don't know how they're doing socially distancing, but maybe because it's not as big of a pull as the castle is. I don't know.
And you could maybe be farther away and it wouldn't be as big of a you can't like crowd around it as much unless you're like going on the ride. So I don't know. That's interesting though.
Animal Kingdom decorations are minimal and more like, go figure, Earth and animal based. So a lot of more natural looking decorations. The animals that they used to puppeteer like you saw last year, those are actually like put up on top of some of the buildings as decoration instead of having the character walkers with them.
Sure. Okay.
Not a lot of decorations there, but of course this one is primarily an animals based park. And so they do a little bit, but it's just touches here or there.
In my memory, it was more just kind of coming up from the Oasis into Discovery Island.
Yeah.
So this is kind
of nothing really else around.
Yeah.
Africa, Pandora. It's definitely not Pandora. Maybe Dino Land.
Dinoland. We didn't spend a lot of time in there. There might have been a little something, but I don't remember.
Holiday treats for this bad boy. There are 4 again. A white chocolate peppermint cream cheese mousse. White chocolate peppermint cream cheese mousse with peppermint sauce and chocolate cookie crumble. There is a menagerie cupcake, which is a gingerbread cupcake with cream cheese frosting topped with white chocolate bear. I heard that one's a pass. The pumpkin ice cream sandwich, vanilla ice cream sandwich between 2 pumpkin cookies decorated with fall sprinkles, only through November 30th. So ignore that one. I lied.
That one is no longer available.
No. And then Santa Mickey mousse, white chocolate peppermint mousse dome on a brownie base, snowflake sprinkle, and chocolate Mickey ears. I'm assuming that one, it looks a lot like the standard dome that you would get, just a peppermint mousse instead of a white or a chocolate.
Sure.
So nothing special there. Characters, you're not going to find a lot of interactions as far as character meet and greets go, but the character cavalcades at this location are the pontoons that go around the river.
Right.
So you remember
that was actually something they were going to do anyway.
Yeah, that extinct attraction that nobody went on, but there's a whole river that passes around the park. That's where they have the characters. They have them on pontoons.
They were thinking ahead. They knew it'd come back eventually.
Yeah, I've seen character pontoons that was like Pocahontas and one of her. I can't remember which one that they had. Was it maybe Miko? Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
Obviously, there is Donald's Dino Bash themed one. There's a Santa one because of the holidays. So you're going to see a variety of pontoons around the rivers there too. But not a lot as far as the holidays go at that location.
Gotcha.
And then moving on to Epcot, we are doing a quick run through on everything. Decorations for this one are going to be a little bit more minor this year due to primarily all of the construction that's in Future World.
Yep.
They don't have as many of the topiaries that they would have up. In fact, they have more like cardboard signage. I mean, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's not like they went out there with a crayon, but it's not the topiaries that we're used to seeing in Epcot.
Sure. And I remember it not being that intense of decorations last year either, just because of the construction again. They
do have a tree at the entrance to World Showcase, which they have every year.
Yep. And they usually those two gift shops as you enter the gateway. Those usually had like, garland or something. Like they kind of did like something kind of small to make it look more holiday themed.
And there's minor touches throughout all of the world pavilions, but it's very minor, unlike years past, because there are 15 festival booths for the Festival of the Holidays for eating foods stuff. Some of the specialty things for the holidays specific, there is a spiked frozen apple pie, Old Smoky apple pie moonshine with Minute Maid apple juice and cinnamon.
Wow.
Taste of Epcot International Festival of the Holidays sneak peek has a maple bruchet de Noël. I botched that, I'm sure. Maple mousse and cranberry rolled into gingerbread chiffon cake.
Wow.
And then obviously the rest of the 15 different pavilions. So they have all of those themed. Some of those, a lot of the food is going to be classics, favorites that we are familiar with. So if you have food that you really, really like, you're going to find it probably. If you're looking for something new, you probably aren't because, again, COVID.
Right.
This year, there is no storytellers. So every single holiday pavilion used to have like Santa or a cultural representation to talk about the different festivals going on around the world. None of that this year, as well as there's no big at the end of the night candlelight processional where they used to have like the stars come in, like Whoopi Goldberg, Neil Patrick Harris, all of these main big people would come and do the candlelight procession. They're not doing that this year.
Fair enough.
Yep. So a lot of people have said that the spark feels like it's gone out of the festival. And it's just another food festival because they don't have the interaction.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like that kind of makes sense. Just given the fact that they're even getting any kind of festival vibe out is nice because it's already tough enough as it is.
COVID.
And they're still doing music this year.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty standard. So Voices of Liberty are back. They were gone for a long time. They're at the America Pavilion. So they're not actually in the America Show Pavilion. They're where the candlelight processional would be, or, any of the specialty music is, as well as Mariachi Cobre, which is normally found in the Mexico Pavilion. They brought them up to America as well for a location.
Just because that venue is a lot better for
social distancing, people being able to actually view the performance instead of being huddled around the side of a shop.
Sure.
The Jammers are actually performing, and they are taking over the Canada Pavilion stage.
They're usually just street performers in Future World, right?
Yep.
Interesting.
And so they actually gave them the stage in Canada. So the one that is as you're heading out of Canada.
Yeah.
They have that one. So there's some, limited seating, but there's still seating. And then Joyful, which I didn't put the exclamation point on our notes, but it's Joyful.
Joyful
is in the World Showplace sort of convention-y center building that's hiding in between Canada and England.
Right. Yes. Okay. Very cool.
They have
very cool
character cavalcades here too.
Once again, just the same deal. Floats.
No, horse-drawn carriages.
Classic.
Although for the Frozen one, because they have one that's the princesses, because princesses are a big thing around the World Showcase. Obviously, they have the main characters, Mickey, Minnie, blah 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 blah. But they have a Frozen one. They have Anna sitting in the carriage, and because of social distancing, they make Elsa walk behind her.
Rough.
I know. Other ones have multiple characters in them, but oh no, Anna gets the carriage, and carriage. Elsa has to hoof it.
They just told her to let it go, Sorry, guys. Nerd. And there goes all of our subscribers. I'm so sorry.
That's fine. And then Santa is currently coming around as well. They have the cookie trail, which is something that they do every festival of the holidays. So you have 5 cookies that you can purchase around the World Showcase booths, and they're only $2.50 this year, so really affordable in comparison to Disney treats.
It's like 5 cookies for $2.50 each for Disney. That's not terrible.
That's nothing. And then you get a free mini cookie at the end when you turn in your fully completed cookie trail. So 6 cookies for $12.50. Not a bad deal for Disney.
Not terrible for them. No.
This is the first year that they have a scavenger hunt going on, and just kind of like they do for Remy's, for Food and Wine, and all the others. This one is Olaf themed. Again, I'm trying not to get the accent in there.
Olaf scavenger hunt. I'll do it for you. It's fine.
Okay, thank you. $7. You can pick up the booklets at either one of those gift shops, and I think there's probably a couple others. And you win a Frozen 2 cup when it's completed. So you just bring back your completed map, and you get a little cup. And this year, they're actually doing some ride overlays.
Oh.
Normally, they do Christmas lights on Living with the Land, and this year's no exception.
Yep. Nice.
They even sometimes do like a snowman sandman. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And this year on Figment, they put his sweater on, and I love it because it's the Imagination logo. You know, that disc logo that they have for all the big pavilions? They have that disc logo on his belly, and that's the entire sweater.
Cute.
Yeah. Harkening back to when the ride was actually good.
See episode 20, or whatever it was, 15.
And that is all of the holiday offerings, as quick and in a nutshell as I can get. Obviously, that was kind of more informational and not as like, oh my gosh, it's amazing, you guys should go, and it's sparkling and twinkling, and we're not there.
Right. But it does not spark joy. Sorry.
But here's the info. If you're able to go down, awesome. Stay safe. But this is what we are working with.
Yeah, definitely we broke this into 2 episodes. That would have been bad.
Yeah. We'll just shove everything together. But thank you so much for listening and watching. And this has been WD Carousel of Podcast. My name's Crystal.
And I'm Ian.
We hope you have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Hello, everybody. This is WD Carousel of Podcast. We are coming to you with our next episode topic. So if you are interested in the episode that's coming up this Saturday, we are going to be discussing holiday offerings in the 4 Walt Disney World parks.
Yes. With including what you can expect to eat there, what kind of characters you're going to see, decorations, all that good jazz.
So if you are interested, you can follow us on podcasts, wherever you get your local podcasts. I think we're on every one there.
Major,
as well as we're on YouTube and social media. I think we're even on Instagram television. So check us out.
Sweet.
Cool. Go team.
All right. Go team. Go team. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay.
Don't die.
I'm not dying. Not yet. Can't get to be that easy.
With just a spark of inspiration.
And maybe a little bit of a petroleum-based propellant. No, sorry. What's going on with me? Oh my God, I have 13 missed messages.
Oh, God. Somebody actually likes you versus me. Nobody likes me. They tell me to eat dilly beans. And I keep shocking myself on this microphone. Ow.
Wait. Okay. I'm going to stop this recording, and then I'm going to call you quick, and then I